Today we're going to learn how to make a paracord lanyard. So first, you're going to take your rope and split it into two like this and fold it over. Then make a little knot over your finger like this and loop that knot. And you should have about an inch of a hole left right here with a knot in the middle. The purpose of this hole is so that the lanyard can actually hook onto things like a keychain. Next, you're going to flip it over like this, separate the two sides, loop it over like this, take another, put it through the loop, and pull the string down. Then you're going to repeat the same process. You're going to loop this, put it into the other loop, and then pull the string. Once again, you're going to loop it, put it into the other loop, pull the string. And in the process of doing so, make sure to pull the strings so that they have a similar fashion, like you see in this lanyard right here. They have the same width and margin so that it will be easy to untangle. Because if there's tangles within the lanyard, then it's going to be hard to take apart. So repeat the same process over and over again. This, loop it in. It's a very simple and easy process. But one thing you do have to note while we're doing the same looping is that you need to either take a lighter or a match and burn the end of your cords so that the wax will come out and bind the end like we see right here. Because if you don't burn it and bind the end, the string will eventually come undone, which will take away the purpose of actually making a paracord lanyard. So as you see right here, I'm looping it over. And this is also a process that you can decide for yourself. You can choose to make the loops big so that you'll have a looser loop like you see right here. Or you can choose to make them small so you'll have a tighter loop like you see right here. It doesn't make that big of a difference. It only determines how long the lanyard actually is. And depending on where the service agency and what state or region you live in, Operation Gratitude that collects these lanyards might want different lengths and different inches. So make sure to reference that before you start making your lanyards. So as you can see, I'm already halfway through. And I'm going to speed up the video from here on out so you can just see the process of how I loop it. Loop it again. Loop it. Great. And when you feel like you don't have enough rope left, you're going to have to end the knot. So the manner in which that's going to happen is you're going to take the string, put it through that loop instead of making another one, tighten the other end, and then like we did at the beginning of the video, you're going to cross it over and pull these two little strings into another loop. If you find that you don't have enough string left to do so, you're going to have to undo some of the loops that you have done in order to actually complete the knot. So in order to undo the loops, you just take out the strings in this manner. Once again, pull this string towards that loop, like this, and then tie it over your fingers and push those two strings through, and you'll end up with something like this. So if you see right here, this is a complete paracord lanyard. It's like the 1,200 that we have over here that I was able to bind all by myself. And the purpose of these lanyards is we make them with strong paracord. And paracord can be used in terms of any emergency. And whereas a lot of hikers and civilians do use it, all these paracords that I made are going to the military because in military purposes, they can be used in cliffs because paracord is one of the strongest types of ropes that we have. So even if There's over 300 pounds of weight on these paracords. As you see right here, it won't break. And it's also used when we do emergency operations in the military on top of mountains and cliffs when there aren't enough actual resources, as these small little ropes can be pulled apart in terms of any emergency. However, when you're making these lanyards, you don't want those little ropes to we don't want these little ropes to come out, so we make sure to burn them off. So that's my tutorial of how to make a paracord lanyard. And for more information on how this operation actually works, you can go to Operation Gratitude website, look at their YouTube videos where they might have more slowed down tutorials. And for updates on how the EloEllie nonprofit organization is actually using these paracords, you can look forward to our blog posts and videos in the future. So thank you for joining us today, and I hope that today you're able to learn how to make a good paracord lanyard. And there's also tons of ways to do this, but I find this to be the most simplest and easiest one. Thank you.